Hello everybody, welcome to another Flaming Dice Reviews video. My name is Matt, and today we're going to be taking a look at an AEG small box game called Ravenous River, where 2 to 7 players attempt to get their secret totem animal safely across the river using 2 boats. Along the way, they try to eat the animals that they would normally eat, and I say that loosely, and avoid being eaten by the animals that would normally eat them. We're going to take a quick look at the gameplay, not so much at the rules, but I will show you an example round, and then I'll meet you back here for my final thoughts. I'll see you. Let's take a quick look at what comes inside of Ravenous River. You of course have your rule book, you have your victory point cubes, and the game ends whenever one player gets 6 victory points. It is possible for the game to end in 1 round, and we've had it come close. However, we've never had it go less than 2 rounds. The game comes with action cards, and these are actions that players can perform either on the boats themselves or on some part of the player area, or they can discard them to move animals around. You have your hidden animal cards, and these are double-sided. One side gives you the options for what you can do on your turn, and the other side has your secret totem animal. Then you have the animal cards themselves, and these are actually used on the player area to manipulate the animals. Then you have your 2 boat cards, and you have your vote tokens. And there are certain points in the game where players can vote on whether or not to end the round. We're not going to get into all that, but just know that it is included. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of a loose example of how to play Ravenous River. Now bear in mind that this is a review, not a tutorial, so some of the rules I might bend or just briefly skip over just for the purposes of showing the gameplay. Now here at the beginning we have our 2 boats, and these are used to get animals across the river. We have this area here called the bank, and then this area here called home. Whenever players start the turn, they can either discard a card, one of their action cards, to move the animals either from the bank to the boat or from the boat to the bank, or for free they can take an animal card and put it into play, either on the bank or in the boat, in a boat. Animals, however, cannot move from one boat to the other. So one player might choose this animal, which turns out to be the cat, and place him in the boat. Another player chooses this animal, which is the dog, places him in this boat. Another player goes and places this animal here. Another player goes and places this animal on the bank. Another player goes, places this animal here. Now here is where it becomes important, because each animal has a predation, or a line of predation, or all the animals are subject to a line of predation. That is, animals that eat another animal. And I mentioned it in the openings that it's kind of funny, because even in the rule book it says the horse will eat the dog. I don't know what kind of horse that is, but again, it's all in good fun. So in this case, if no one moves these animals, the horse is going to eat the hound or dog. Another player goes and puts the fox on the bank. Another player moves the cat from the boat to the bank. Another player goes, puts the lion there. Well, I didn't even do this on purpose, but we have another predation encounter here where all the animals are in a loop and the mouse actually trumps or eats the lion. So let's say that that's the end of the round. In this case, the bull will prey on the horse, but the bull's stuck on the bank, so he can't eat the horse. The fox will eat the cat, so the cat is going to be eaten, and the fox will score a victory point. Now we didn't use, another thing to be mentioned is that we didn't really use the action cards. They are used to manipulate the animals and the boats and such. We're not going to get into all that. This is just a quick example. The horse will eat the dog and score a victory point. The mouse will eat the lion and score a victory point. Now, all animals that are safe in the boat move to the home area, and if there's anything that will eat anything over there, they'll score points. But in this case, the horse only eats the hound, the mouse only eats the lion, so they're safe. Each one of these animals are going to get 2 victory points for being alive and in the home area at the end of the round. The bull and the fox will each get a victory point for being alive on the bank. And that really is the tall and short of it. The game ends whenever one player ends up with 6 victory points. And again, just in case I didn't make it very clear, at the beginning of the round, you do have a hidden roll. So you get to choose these rolls, and it's got everything that you can do on one side, and then your secret animal on the other. So you keep that face down, and then you manipulate the animals where you can get your animal to eat other things and not be eaten itself. Welcome back, everybody. Now that we've seen how Ravenous River plays, let's talk about my final thoughts. Well, I really enjoy Ravenous River. It's got wonderful artwork. The gameplay is deep and strategic. It's got enough depth to be interesting for adult players, while at the same time being simple enough to be played by children. Now, one strange thing is that the box does recommend an age of 14 and up. I don't think that's accurate. I believe much younger people can play this game because it's not horribly complex. But that being aside, the game is a lot of fun. It really is. To see the animals cross the river in the boats, just with the beautiful artwork, is a pleasure in and of itself. Again, the gameplay is strategic. There is a role reversal card that is just infuriating when you do everything to try to get your animal to where it can eat other animals to get points and avoid being eaten itself, and you've got it all set up, and then someone comes in and knows that you're this animal or has a feeling that you are that animal that's about to score a lot of points, and they hit you with a role reversal, and now you're stuck with some animal that's about to get eaten. It can be infuriating, but in a good way, in the same way that Ticket to Ride can be infuriating if someone blocks a path at the last moment. It's all in good fun. The game is a blast. It's inexpensive. I mean, we're talking $10, at least in the USA, for this little small box game, and I think you'll get a lot of use out of it, especially if you have children. Well, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and visit us at www.flamingdicereviews.com, as well as on Facebook at www.facebook.com/FlamingDiceReviews. And I'll see you there soon. Bye-bye.